CampusTV ist heute unterwegs. Wir sind in Berlin im Bang Bang Club und wir haben unseren ersten wirklich großen Stargast hier in unserer Sendung, und zwar Moneybrother aus Schweden. Hello. I have a few questions about your latest album. It's called Mount Pleasure.
Yeah.
When I first listened to it, I've realized there were some differences to the older albums of you. The older was somewhat dark, somewhat sad. The new one is kind of positive, and I was wondering what happened in the time between that you changed your attitude completely.
I don't know. I mean, like all people, you got good days and you got bad days. But if you spend 2 years on tour with an album called To Die Alone, you're going to have to make a positive record. Otherwise, you're going to kill yourself, right? So I felt like going on tour and having a rock and roll record out, doing like a bunch of fast songs, a lot of guitars and stuff. I just felt like doing that. Maybe next time I'll do more of a soul record again. I don't know.
You have the reputation of being a really awesome live act.
Right.
I'm sure you've heard that before. Do you know why that is? How come you have such a great performance? What's your secret?
What you have to understand before entering the stage is that if you're gonna perform from a stage in front of an audience, you have to have a story to tell, or it has to be about some kind of communication. Like, you could go up on stage just trying to look cool and just play like cool songs. Some bands do that really well. But I think for me, I don't look that cool. I need to think a little bit about communication. Think like what mood the audience are in today. Like what kind of songs should I play? What should I tell the audience today to make them have a good night? And then also a Moneybrother live show. I believe a good live show should consist of more than one feeling, you know? Good live show, maybe sometimes it could be angry, sometimes happy, sometimes in love. Like a good movie, you want all of that, you know?
Since we are student television, I was bound to ask about educational systems, and Sweden and the whole of Scandinavia has a very good reputation about their educational systems. Okay. And since you've grown up in Sweden, I was going to ask you if you agree with that.
I didn't go to much school though, so I got out of school when I was 17, and so I never went to any university or stuff. That's why I had to work 100% with the music, because if that failed, I never get a job. So, but I guess, you know, like all of my friends are really smart guys, so they probably went to good schools, you know. Myself, I had to trust my charm.
You know, that was like my best song, and he ruined it. Thanks, man. Cheers! Appreciate it. Could you put the reverb on? The distant sirens from downtown, voices down low, and soon the rain will fall. You should only hear to your love, lying close to me, just my favorite.
Okay, I have one last question. It's about the critics' reactions to Mount Pleasure. I've been trying hard to find someone who says bad things about this album. It took me really a long time to find one who didn't think it was a great album. What I mostly found was that people thought it was a very good album, but it did not have these big hit songs like the first two albums. Maybe, but what I found was that the last song on the album, I Know It Ain't Right, was the best thing you've ever made. Would you agree with that?
No, not at all. But I mean, maybe that's a song that sounds like a rock and roll critic song, you know? It sounds like, you know, Led Zeppelin or something, you know, in the beginning. I'd say it's not even top 5 on that album. You know, I don't like that song that much. But that's a good thing about music, you know. It's like people can listen to it and then have their own opinion, you know. I've been very fortunate with the critics liking my albums. I'm very happy, but I think it's just because, you know, right now there are not that many bands around that sound like me. And if you're a critic, you have to listen to like 25 records a day, and then there's like a few of them maybe something different, and you appreciate that. So, but you have to, of course, listen yourself and make your own. Because I met thousands of guys that hate my music. You know, so there are people around that really don't like it. I tell you.
Okay, thank you very much. We don't want to take any more of your time, but rest assured, you have been the biggest star we've ever had on our show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
All right. I hope you get better luck in the future.
Okay, thanks.
Thanks, guys.